Hello and welcome back to Path of Radiance 0% Growths. We are on Chapter 17, or Part 4 of Chapter 17, the final part. And this is the defeat boss map where we face Oliver, who's actually one of the weakest bosses in the game. He's only got 6 AS, so for this point in the game, that's like pretty atrocious because his Nosferatu weighs 12. He's also only got 16 attack, which while it does heal any damage he deals heals him, that's still a very low attack value, even when you account for the fact that he's attacking into resistance and not defense. 10 defense and 32 HP isn't a whole lot either. So yeah, he has a lot of luck, which does give him some avoid. But in a normal Gross playthrough, he's quite easy to take out, and I am quite confident that in a normal Gross playthrough you have Marcia in a position such that she can move across and kill him on turn 1 with a javelin or something. But that is not the situation in which we find ourselves. Marcia and Jill, neither Marcia nor Jill are strong enough to take out Oliver, one-round Oliver with like a javelin or a hand axe. And these enemies surrounding Oliver are really tough to take down. So like they could, if Marcia has 25 attack, for example, so she's 1 damage short of one-rounding Oliver, like Jill would also double and can deal more damage. So like they could take care of him if these other enemies weren't in the way, but unfortunately they are. So the plan is we're gonna. Well, I guess I'll get into the plan after I get started because we're not gonna reinforce anyone, so we might as well just do this. Okay. So the plan is that we're going to move Jill and Marcia into position over here to take out Oliver next turn. And we also need to box out this Pegasus Knight, so we're going to have Dev Dan come around and do that. And then we also... we're basically just going to back away from all these enemies that we don't really need to engage anyway. Although I'm going to engage a couple of them with Morim because I want to shove Mist. I want Mist and Riss over here. And then everybody else is just going to kind of back off here. And so Murim will get attacked by a couple of guys here. And Mist will get attacked by this guy who doesn't quite deal enough damage to kill her, but ow. Alright, so now the plan is one that is highly unreliable. I'm not especially proud of it, but it saves so much time relative to the other options. Because like basically, we're going to have Marcia and Jill try to take out Oliver with javelin and hand axes. And their hit rates are not great. But the next best alternative is like bringing Stefan over, dropping him off this turn, having him like kill one of these enemies next turn, so that costs another turn, and it's just like pretty annoying. So anyway, I've already done some testing on this, so I'm gonna do ye old 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 RN burning, and then have Marcia attack. Oh, whoops, that's fine. Doing the RN burning first doesn't harm anything. Forgot to ward. That's important. We're going to ward Marcia and Jill up, which gives them just enough damage by virtue of Oliver dealing less damage that they can take him out between the two of them. Yeah, Marcia in particular takes no damage. And then we're gonna come up and trade. Ward Jill. Now, if we were, if the Siege Tome had attacked one of Jill or Marcia, then I would have had Tormod heal them. But since that did not happen, I'm just gonna have him heal Mist before we wrap this up. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little confused by what just happened here. Because I wanted to see whether things would play out. Like, the enemy phase did not play out the same way that it did the previous time I attempted this chapter, but this part did, based on burning the same number of RNs. So I wonder if the enemies just attacked in a different order. That must be what it was. Anyway, I don't know, but yeah. So I mean, this was obviously a super unreliable clear. So in order to make it reliable, I went ahead and tested out how many RNs I needed to burn to get all 4 of their attacks to land. Without that, this clear would have like a 1 in 16 ish. Like Marcia's attacking at 55, Jill's attacking at 48. So it's basically a coin flip every time, and they need to hit 4 times. So 1 in 16 chance to succeed. I will say that both of their biorhythms are negative, which is not necessarily the case, but like I'd have to replay 17-3 to make that not the case. Like if they had positive biorhythms, then Marsh would be attacking like 65 and Jill would be attacking like 58, I think. It would be +5 instead of -5. So obviously then it would be more reliable if you set that up. I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't think of it at the time. But yeah, definitely not my like favorite clear of a chapter, but I think I think it's better than the alternative. It not only saves a turn, but it saves like a lot of sort of useless combat. So, you know, not I know it's sort of frustrating because I've said, you know, before with these that I'm trying not to do stuff based on RNG manipulation, and I in the vast majority of cases I don't, but here it seemed like that was really like the way. If Oliver didn't have so much luck, you know, it wouldn't be quite such a problem, but he does. So there you have it. Anyway, that is nonetheless chapters, or 17-4 in 2 turns. Total turns for chapter 17 overall, 10 turns obviously for the defend map, plus 2 turns for this map, 3 turns for 17-2, and 3 turns for 17-1. So 8 turns plus the 10 is 18 turns total for chapter 17, which is a lot for one chapter, but when you consider it's a 4-part chapter, just over 4 turns per map, despite having one of those be 10 turns, not too bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be looking forward to next time when we do Chapter 18, and we finally get 2 of the best units of the run. So, until then.